Righto, ladies and gentlemen, we're off to a friend's house to brew some beer. So he doesn't do it the scientific way, he's done it enough now where he's just sort of developed his own process, doesn't need to get the hydrometer out and all that kind of stuff. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing how he does it, and I'm quite looking forward to having a go at this myself in the near future. So let's see how it goes. Alright, so we're going to do a bit of a brew today. So Gareth, do you want to go ahead and delve into this thing, show us what's in there?
Okay, so here's a Woodford's Wherry beer kit, 40 pints this will make.
Yeah, fantastic.
And you've got
2 massive baked bean cans.
Instructions.
Yeah. Instructions, yeah, don't need them. How many times have you done this? Quite a few times anyway. Gareth's practiced in the art of making beer, so...
2 tins,
yeah,
containing something which looks and has got the consistency of Marmite.
Yeah.
It's obviously very different, and some yeast.
Fantastic, okay, awesome.
So, put this in the pan.
Yeah, hot water.
Some hot water. Nothing more to do here than just to get the contents of the can a little bit more fluid, because it's obviously quite sticky.
Ah, it's a sticky goop inside the can. Okay, so we're warming it up in order to make things a bit fluid. Okay, so what's that you're doing then?
So you're putting a sterilizing tablet into the brewing bucket.
Fantastic.
And you should sterilize everything that's going to touch your brew. Otherwise the yeast can get a hold of any other nasties and brew them instead of brewing the beer.
Cause problems. Okay, and that's a Milton sterilizing tablet.
That particular one was. Yeah, the Milton sometimes leaves a bit of an aftertaste, but you can get various powders that from the brew shops.
And eventually all the beer will end up in this container here.
Yes.
Alright. So I can smell like a chlorine or something along those lines coming off of that tablet that's in there, cleaning out the bucket. Alright, so we're going for a full-on cleaning. Basically what you've got to do is you've got to clean up everything that you're going to use. So any spoons, tin openers, anything like that that could cause a problem or contamination needs to be thoroughly cleaned. Do we know which one we're opening? Are they both the same or are they different?
Yeah.
They're both the same. And it's just a goopy mess of Marmite. Oh wow, yeah, that's it.
So syrupy, Marmite-y consistency, and once it's been in that hot water, it just allows it to.
Yeah, it's easier to move. Yeah. Okay. Right. So what are we doing now then?
We're pouring in the gloop.
Okay, Marmite. So we're going to have Marmite tasting beer.
Into the bucket, into the clean bucket.
Okay, so this is a freshly cleaned bucket. The goop is going in there. Alright, multitasking. Who said a man couldn't multitask? Look at that. One hand in there and one hand in there. Fantastic. So people, point to note, when you're using hot water to remove the remainder of the contents from these tins, always use something to pick them up. Boiling water gets through those tins shells very, very quickly. Oh, and there she goes, look at that. Okay, and make sure everything's mixed well. So, boil and trouble. Oh, there we go, yeah, look at that, Marmite all over the place. And how many pints does this make?
This particular one makes 40 pints.
40 pints.
So what you do is you top it up to, which is what, about 23 litres I think it is.
23 litres on the side.
If you put more water in, it's weaker beer. If you put less water in, it's stronger beer.
Fantastic. Alright, so what we're doing here then is we're just mixing all the gunge off the bottom, making sure that's thoroughly mixed in with the water. We're going to add a bunch more water, and we're going to put some yeast in there in a moment, which is in this little packet, and then we'll get everything up to about 23 litres on the bucket, and we need to check the temperature. Is that correct? Have a quick.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can either do it by putting in the right amount of hot water and the right amount of cold water.
Yeah.
Or if you want to check, you check.
So if you were to guess at this, what would you say? Sort of 4 kettles of hot water and
4 tins of hot water, I think it is.
4 tins of hot water.
And then top up with cold water.
Top up with cold water. And then we put the lid on it and we leave it for a week.
Well, something like a week.
About a week.
Bubble away and brew through the little air lock.
Yeah, do you need to keep that airlock topped up with water? Oh, we'll talk about that in a moment. So we're adding cold water now and introducing oxygen, oxygenating the solution, giving it a good mix and a good stir. Hey, so we've got 23 litres in the bucket, and now we're going to add the yeast. Here goes the yeast. That lovely foamy top. It almost looks drinkable as it is. Did we then stir in the yeast? No,
it just sits on the top.
Just leave the yeast on the top, okay. Alright, fantastic. And then we're going to pop the lid on.
Put it to bed.
Yeah, put it to bed. Fantastic. And then this guy here, what's the name of this device?
So that's an air trap.
An air trap, yeah, okay.
Airlock.
An airlock, yeah. Alright, and we need to put a little water in there, do we, to make it active. And that will allow gas bubbles out, and will not allow things back into this chemistry experiment that's going on here in the kitchen. Oh, right, okay. Is there a specified amount of water that we put in?
No, if you put too much in when the first few bubbles come along, they eject all the water
out the top,
which is no problem other than whatever this barrel sitting next to gets wet.
Okay. So we've got probably what looks like about between 2 and 4 centilitres of okay, boom.
And then the fizz.
Alright.
Put that somewhere warm, stable temperature preferably.
Okay.
And
so room temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for about a week.
Yeah.
And then pop back, decant it into a bigger bucket, wait for
another week,
and then get started.
Absolutely.
Fantastic, thank you very much. Righto, ladies and gents, that was how you brew beer. So we've got a couple of weeks and a bit of a transfer into another container, and then we can have a go and see what it tastes like. This is how you drink beer. If you haven't been to Froster Beer Festival and you live locally to this area, you should definitely go. Absolutely well worth a visit. There's a video on Froster Beer Festival. Absolute riot, really good fun, really good stuff, and a huge selection of different ales and lagers and wines and ciders. Brilliant stuff. Anyway, enough talking. Yeah, hope that was an interesting video.